Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new, and welcome to another What's for Dinner video this week. This week's video is in collab with Taylor Elmore. I will have the link to her video in the description box below, so make sure y'all go over and check out her channel. Taylor posts a new What's for Dinner video every week. She also does grocery hauls with meal plans and some day in life videos. So make sure to go over and check out her channel and let her know I sent you. And if you are over here from Taylor's channel, hello and welcome. And I hope you all enjoy my video and decide to stick around. Our first meal is going to be chicken Alfredo. If you saw my grocery haul, then you know my meal plan this week was to be budget friendly. We spent a lot of money to go on a hike, and I can list the grocery haul and the hiking video in the description box below. But this is just a very simple chicken Alfredo with jarred Alfredo and angel hair pasta. So the first thing I do is get 2 of these boneless, skinless chicken breasts cut up and started in a little olive oil. And I just grab a big handful of the pasta and then break it in half. I've already got the water boiling with some salt. And I just cover the chicken and let it cook while I cook the pasta. And because my daughter doesn't eat meat, I'm going to take all of the pasta out and put it into a bowl to transfer it back to the pot to add the Alfredo sauce so I can take her dinner out before I put the chicken in it. And now once I get my daughter's bowl out, I'll just add the chicken to the rest of it. And that's it. We just had it by itself. Sometimes I serve it with a salad, or even sometimes I put broccoli in it, but on this night it was just a very simple dinner. Still good, but very simple and very cheap. So on the next night, I made my favorite Hamburger Stew. I did cut this pound of ground beef in half so that I can freeze it and use it for another meal. So I've got this on the saute function in my Instant Pot, and I'm just going to cook the ground beef until it's done. I don't have to drain it because this is very lean ground beef, so there is no grease. And now I'm just going to get everything added to it. I added 1 can of low sodium beef broth, 1 can of diced tomatoes, this McCormick's hamburger seasoning. I didn't have a lot left, so I just went ahead and added what was in there. It's probably about a tablespoon. A can of whole kernel corn, a little bit of salt, I'm only using half a bag of these peas and carrots because I'm also using those for another recipe. And then I add in 4 to 5 medium-sized russet potatoes that I have peeled, cleaned, and diced up. I do end up having to add about a cup of water to this as well to make sure the potatoes got covered. And at this point, I've already turned off the saute function. I do that as soon as the ground beef is done. Now after I added the water, I'm just going to get it stirred up really well, and then I'm going to put the lid on it and make sure that my Instant Pot is set to sealing. And I'm just going to put it on the soup function, which will cook it on high pressure for 30 minutes. And that is it. It's done. My absolute favorite meal of the week. And that's it. Normally I have it with pickles and crackers. That is just not shown here, but this is the perfect comfort meal. And on the next night, I made a chicken fried rice. I have an extra pot there in the back so that I can make my daughters, because the first thing that I will be starting is the chicken. So I have the chicken, it's about 3 chicken breasts, and I have 2 half bags of peas and carrots that I need to use, and this half bag of frozen broccoli. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is get the chicken cut up. I also have 3 large bags of rice that I've already boiled and cooked earlier, because you will need your rice to be cold. So I cooked that earlier in the day and put it in the refrigerator. I also have some minced garlic and soy sauce, and you'll need eggs. I'm just using 2 eggs for mine. Now I'm just going to get a little bit of olive oil started in each pan. And as soon as that gets warm, I'm going to add the chicken to the wok, and then the broccoli and peas and carrots to the back pot for my daughters. So now that I've had the vegetables in the back cooking for a few minutes, I'm just going to go ahead and add about a half a teaspoon of garlic to those. And get them covered back up so they can steam for a few more minutes. And now that my chicken is done, I'm going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of garlic to that as well. You want to wait until the end to add the garlic because it will burn. Okay, so now I'm just going to clear out a spot to scramble the 2 eggs. And once they are scrambled well, I just go ahead and mix them in with the chicken, and then I can get the vegetables added. Okay, so now I'm just going to add both packs of the carrots and peas and the half bag of broccoli that I had left. And now I'm just adding 1 bag of the cold rice to my daughters, and then I'm going to add in the soy sauce, and hers will be done. So once you've added all of your vegetables, you just want to let it cook until the frozen vegetables are cooked through. And then I'm going to add the soy sauce. And the amount of soy sauce you add will be total preference of whatever you choose. I guess I may have added 1/4 of a cup. I'm not real sure. I don't measure anything. But I just get it mixed up really well, and don't worry about all of the extra liquid, because of course all of the rice is going to soak it up. Now here I add a bag of rice. This is the larger bags of rice that come in the box of 6. So I ended up not adding both bags of it. I put the other one in the refrigerator for the next day. but this was enough to feed everybody and have leftovers for my daughter and for everybody else. And my son even took some to work, so there was plenty. And this is always one of my favorite meals. And for the next night, I made some Copycat Cracker Barrel chicken and rice. It is their Saturday special and one of my favorites. So here I'm just seasoning the chicken with some salt, pepper, and you'll need to add some minced onion. So the recipe calls for only cream of mushroom, but I had this cream of chicken and mushroom, so that's what I chose to use, and I do use both cans. So I'm just going to get that put over the chicken. And I put a little bit more of the minced onion on top of it. And I'm going to bake this at 350 for, I think, 30 minutes. And I just cooked some rice on the side. Y'all know I use boil-in bag rice, and that's okay. I can never get rice to come out right if I don't use this kind, so that's what I use. And this is what it looked like when it got done. This was so good, y'all. It's one of my favorite meals at Cracker Barrel. I used to go every Saturday just to have this. But they changed the recipe and they started using brown rice, and I didn't like it anymore. So now I just make it at home. And for the next night, we had the Pioneer Woman's potato soup, and I made some fresh buttermilk biscuits and country ham. This was in a video by itself, and it was in a collab that has already posted, so I will put a link to that in the description box below. I also made some little s'more pies, and these were so good. The kids loved them so much. My daughter even made more the next night. Highly, highly recommend that. It is also in the video with the potato soup and ham biscuits, and it will be linked in the description box below. And last but not least, my youngest son wanted a snack type of dinner. My daughter was not home and my other son was at work, so he asked for rotel dip and pigs in a blanket. So that's what he got. The pigs in a blanket, I just used the little sausages, and I use canned biscuits and cut each biscuit in half and just roll them up, and I cook them as the package directions say for the biscuits. I made the rotel dip in the crock pot. I did go ahead and take my daughter some out for when she got home later that night, and then I went ahead and added the ground beef to it, and that was it. We had a super simple dinner on this night, and everybody was happy. But that is going to wrap up this week's What's for Dinner video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to go over and check out Taylor's video as well. Trust me, you will leave her video starving. And if you like my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos.